Hi, everybody. This is Tony Ball, and I have a few thoughts for you on talking to prospective clients. And I just want to remind you that a good way to start out is asking people about their health journey. Get them talking about themselves. Find out where they have been and what's brought them to this place. And sometimes it's good for them to hear themselves share how they got here. And by asking them that, it just gets them talking. That often breaks the ice and helps them feel more comfortable with you. And then the next thing I do is ask them why they're wanting this change. Why do they want to do the program? What's brought them to want to learn more and possibly get on board? And it allows them to share with you what they're feeling and what they're thinking. And sometimes it's going to be something shallow, sometimes it's going to be deeper. Recently, I had a client that just started, and yesterday was her celebration day, and she was telling me yesterday that she really wanted a pizza or just some real food, and she was just sounding really sad and down, even though she had just reported a 7.5 pound weight loss her first week. But fortunately, I had asked her before she started what her real motivation was, and she said, well, I really want to be able to get down on the floor and play with my grandkids, and then to be able to get back up. So she doesn't get down on the floor and play with them now, they're small, because she can't get back up. And so that's part of her motivation. That's a real deep why for her. And so I reminded her, after being an empathetic coach and validating what she was feeling, and say, I talked to a lot of people, and I remember feeling that myself, just wanting some things that are just not on program, and partly because food is our friend. It's always been our go-to in the past. And but I also shared with her that our friend stabs us in the back and leads us to high blood pressure and leads us to high cholesterol and diabetic medication situations. And so just letting her know that our food that's our friend, that pizza, is really not our friend. And just planting that seed, but at the same time validating what she was feeling. And then just reminding her that her why is because she wants to play with her grandkids. And to say, just picture yourself playing on the floor with your grandbabies and just not even having it be an issue. And then another client that I just started last night, when I asked her why, she said, well, my daughter's getting married on June 8th. And so right away I think, okay, that's a little more shallow reason that doesn't have as much intrinsic deep motivation, but it's her why. And it reminds me that I wanted to lose weight so I could take off my shirt in Hawaii on our 25th anniversary. But the beautiful thing is, we know as coaches that they're going to discover much more than just wanting to take off some pounds before they start the program for a wedding. They're going to discover through the habits of health a bigger, greater picture for their lives, for long-term optimal health. And so I let that be her why, because that's hers. It's not my place to tell her, but I do know that the fact that she's going to be reading Discover Your Optimal Health and doing the workbook, and I let her know I don't like to coach people if they're not willing to do the lessons and order the material. I just include that in everybody's first order. And she said, well, my friend just gave me the book Discover Your Optimal Health, and I said, well, that's great. If you're committing to reading that, that's great, but we're going to need to get Habits of Health on your next order. And she was good with that. And I said, otherwise you're just doing a diet. So it really helps when you are able to find out their why, because it gives you the right mindset going into coaching. And with her, it allowed me to spend more time talking about habits of health, because I know that's when she'll discover the bigger picture of achieving optimal health in her own life, or pursuing that as a journey. So I hope that helps. Get your clients talking, be empathetic, listen, be good listeners, and then you can tailor what you're sharing to what their whys are. Otherwise, we're just talking about the diet again, and we're just kind of telling them and selling them, and that's really not where we're wanting to come from. So I hope these thoughts help. I hope you have a great week, and just keep doing what you're doing. Keep your hand to the plow, and understand that long term, doing the right things little by little over a long period of time are going to pay off more than you'll ever imagine. So keep doing it. We love you guys, and get America healthy. Bye-bye.